We're seeing that there are tax raids going on in 3 places. They're going on in Bengaluru on a major press foundation which funds organizations like Caravan and the Print. Also at the well-respected think tank, the Center for Policy Research, which has a former foreign secretary on its board, and also on Oxfam, the international NGO. So, Neeta, let's go across to you first, because of course the implications of this is not just about what these particular organizations, but the larger message it sends out.
See, Sonia, these are the surveys which are being conducted in both these 3 organizations. That's what we're being told by the income tax department. Normally, when these surveys are conducted by the income tax authorities, it takes normally 72 hours. So they run through 3 days. 3 days, the IT officials, at least the junior rank officials, camp here. I'm standing outside the Center for Policy and Research. The income tax landed here at about 12 noon. About a dozen officials are still inside the Center for Policy and Research, and they're still sifting through all those papers and their records. Initial information is that there is some kind of financial irregularity which was noticed, and that is why income tax has come knocking on their doors. Similarly is the case with Oxfam, and also the third party also, the surveys are being conducted. As far as IT is concerned, they are saying that after these surveys are over, which normally last about 72 hours, then only they come out with the official statement. I saw many, some of the employees leaving this office also. When we tried to speak to them also, they were also of the viewpoint that they are not allowed to speak to media. Some of the officials we saw going in and out. These income tax officers came in these private vehicles. These vehicles
no, but I just want to ask, in fact, if I can bring in Vishnu on that. I think the point of the surprise on this is the kind of organizations that are being raided. So, Vishnu, so for instance, Oxfam, CPR, and also the Media Foundation, which is actually funding organizations like, as I said, the Caravan and Print. The fact that the names there included the very well respected Azim Premji, Kiran Shaw, Anu Aga, and Rohini Nilekani.
That's right. I think one needs to look at, and because we don't want to get ahead of ourselves in knowing what these alleged irregularities are. We don't know at this stage. But let's talk about the organizations themselves. Firstly, the Center for Policy Research, where Neeta is reporting from, widely considered to be the finest, and this is no exaggeration, think tank in India, dealing with a host of issues from the environment to national security. The administrative management is headed by Yamini Iyer. Our information suggests that 3 top administration officials, management officials of CPR have had their telephones taken away from them. Amitabh Behar heads Oxfam, that's a large international group. Oxfam, among other things, releases the Global Disparity Report. It's released in Davos every year, but they have an India supplement as well, where they essentially make the point year after year on how the rich in India continue to get richer while the poor continue to get more poor. And the third one you referred to, Sonia, is the independent and public-spirited Media Foundation. It's had the involvement of Rohini Nilekani, as you mentioned. They are known to fund the Caravan and the Print, among others. And again, the individuals involved in these organizations, the CPR and its board of governors has the former secretary, foreign secretary, Sham Saran. They've got
no, and in fact, we said Caravan and Print, but I'm also being told that they also fund in some measure. I mean, it's not complete, of course, 100% funding, but they also contribute to the right-wing organization Swarajya. Well. So it's not. So really is independent in that sense as foundation. So it seems extremely unusual that all these 3 well-respected organizations, as you point out, we don't know why, we have heard nothing yet. And we've heard nothing from the organizations because presumably all their heads are currently there with their phones taken away. So that is really the worrying factor about an income tax search, survey, raid, whatever you'd like to call it, Neeta, that the fact that all the phones are taken away, all have to be in their offices till late night. What's currently happening at CPR?
See, the officials who are working here, most likely they won't be allowed to go home also till the time the survey is completed. As far as these IT officials are concerned, maybe there's a lady officer who is heading the team. She might go back home. Other than that, the junior ranking officials would be staying here.
Income tax officials, I'm not so worried. The income tax officials going home, Neeta, as I am of letting the other people go home.
I have my doubts, Sonia, but we have to wait and watch.
Right.
Because as of now, there is no word from inside, because we are also not being allowed to go inside, and there is no information which is coming out also. What we can from here only see is that window. We only see some officials coming there, peeping out. That's how we come to know like how many officials are there. That's it. Other than that, we have no information whether they would be allowed, whether they'll be going back home,
right,
or
Nita.
whether these employees can meet their family members. None so ever. No information is available.
Thank you so much, Nita and Vishnu, for joining me with those updates.